money spread, money spread, money spread, money spread.
Thank you. I'll get right into it. The first time I heard the name MP was when his agent, Austin Kelly, hired me to film a documentary series about a late bloomer from Vermont, of all places, playing basketball overseas. MP was a complete unknown, but I've never met anyone who knew themselves better than he did. He never doubted that he had what it takes to make his seemingly impossible dreams come true. And that confidence, plus an unsolicited highlight tape, caught the eye of one Deion Benjamin, a legendary skills trainer who seemed to know everyone who's ever played a game of basketball.
In the Hall of Fame jacket.
Deion invited MP to Los Angeles to play in one of his world-famous open runs. He was so impressive that he immediately got recruited to play in the West Coast Basketball League, one of the top club league circuits in the country. And he quickly proved that he belonged. Not only did he make the WCBL All-Star team, but he led the team to victory over a team of the EYBL All-Stars, earning MVP honors in the process. Now, one of those players on the EYBL All-Star team was kind of a sore loser. He told MP that this was his one shining moment and that he'd never make it to the league. As we all know, that one ain't aged well. Now, I'm not gonna call him out by name. He's a civilian now, but like I said, it didn't age well. For MP, the show was just getting started. And he left for Spain, ready to test himself against grown men in the second best professional league in the world. And he passed that test with flying colors, leading Basket Madrid to the European Basketball Alliance Championship. After a successful year abroad, MP was selected in the second round of the draft. And for most people, this would be a dream come true, but it wasn't enough for MP. The only dude to get mad at getting drafted. But that's what makes him him. He never stopped pushing himself. Not when he became a starter, or an all-star, or even an all-NBA player. For MP, the journey truly was the destination. And that's why it's my honor to introduce not only the latest Basketball Hall of Famer, but one of the greatest to ever lace him up. MP, y'all.
Hey, thank you, Xander. Hey, everyone, please give it up for Xander one more time. That was very touching. Really hit home. You know, as I stand here, I realize that at this point in my life, I'm not one for words. But back in my playing days, when I didn't feel like talking, which wasn't often, I would tell the media that my game would do the talking for me. And now, I'm here, and I'm getting ready to be inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. And I could truly say that my game, it said it all. Sometimes people try to put me in a box. They say I was great, but not that great. And I can't tell you how little I care. Listen, my whole career, I've been proving people wrong. And look at me now. I am in the Basketball Hall of Fame, baby. When you join a gold star organization like Golden State, you couldn't ask for a better opportunity. And our ambitions dovetailed perfectly. My talents and my will, joining a culture that seeks and celebrates championships above everything else. We were marriage made in heaven. When people talk about what we accomplished, they usually compare us to one dynasty in particular. The 70s Lakers. In addition to winning the franchise's first championship in Los Angeles, they once won 33 games in a row. When you're rubbing shoulders with a team that nearly ran off a half-season winning streak, you've done well. And we did very well. When people ask me for advice on how to get to where I'm at, I have a hard time knowing what to say. Everyone's different. Everyone's path is different. But if there's something I've noticed about all the greats across all walks of life, it's that they follow their passions. Whether it be hooping at the highest levels, starting my own club league, or convincing one of the best anime studios in the world to make a TV show about my life. I've always gone where my passions have led me. And I wouldn't have been able to do that without the support of the best parents in the world. They sacrificed a lot so I could follow my passion. And for that, I'll always be forever grateful. So for all those parents out there who have a loud-mouthed kid just like me, who won't shut up about their very possible dreams, I beg you, do everything you can to support them. They may not end up in the Basketball Hall of Fame, but if everyone in life is allowed to follow their passions, I think we'll all be in a much better place. So, yeah. Thank you all so much for being here. This is truly, truly an honor, and it means the world to me.
Like those kicks, MP. You didn't like it? No, I didn't. Come on, you have great clean ball. I like the way he was.
Yeah, man, it's okay.
Oh, that made perfect sense. No, it was just the actress who played her sister, like 25 years younger. Yeah.
Saying that Christians were liars till I was drowning in my own sin. I was out my wits all in till grace came, my friend. No, I'm not Peter, but we can go rock. This ain't a baby, but we on the top. Spirit got bigger, way higher than sparks.
Fans at this time directly to the center court in the awards zone.
Warriors fans, get on your feet and make some noise for the NBA champions, your
of the ring ceremony. Incredibly special, and what a season they can look back on. And this crowd, this arena is ready to cheer on their team tonight. Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. So a look at our starters for Orlando. Wagner and Banchero, the lethal front court pair. Suggs and Bain team up as the backcourt. And it's Vucevic in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Golden State, we've got Brandon Podziemski, Nick Richards out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's MP, and it's Porter in at the 3 spot. And MP has made his goal clear. He has his sights set on beating the top teams in the league because he knows to be the best, you have to beat the best.
Well, I really respect MP setting such a high bar, not just for himself, but for his team as well. It demonstrates leadership on his behalf, and this sort of approach can certainly draw a lot of attention to try to disprove MP and try to invalidate his ability. So it'll be interesting to see how he performs.
And MP adding more hardware last season. Grabbed his 2nd ring in a great postseason, Grant.
You had a feeling that MP was going to get another time.
From the cross, yeah, peace, yeah. Okay, step it. We better pop out their guns with their face. I don't need hunters, my king. Yeah, I started falling G's, the demons start quick and I knew I'm feeling the evil spirit went off like a rocket. I passed him.
Bain with it. 17 points in his last outing. And this early in the season break, we still have a lot to learn about these teams.
And they're still learning about themselves, right? The coaches are working on rotations and game plans. The players are trying to establish the chemistry that a winning team needs.
And MP tries to bring out his best when he's matched up against any of the league's top teams. You know, he has said it publicly, but he puts a lot of stock in games like this one.
And that's what makes this game so important. When you come out and let everyone know what you're thinking, you've got to back it up. MP's put some pressure on himself. We'll see how he handles it.
And so, in the game for the Magic, the guard pair form will be Suggs and Bain. Wagner is in the front court alongside Banchero. And it's Vucevic in at the 5 spot. Now, let's send it over to Allie LaForce, who has a report on MP.
Thanks, guys. You know MP and this team are coming off back-to-back championships, and now they're hoping to three-peat, something that's only been accomplished a handful of times since 1966. When I asked MP about it, he told me we want to be mentioned among the all-time great teams. We think we're up there with MJ's Bulls and the Kobe Shaq Lakers, but we need to win again this year to get that validation.
They are chasing history. Thanks for that story. And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. MP is number 1.
And he's not going to forget that season anytime soon. And it's safe to say neither will anyone who watched it.
They grab their own miss. Bain looking around. 6 on the shot clock. Suggs in the corner.
I cannot hear the spirit. He talk to me, caught as my trust, so you know that he walking me. Came from the gutter, we was back on the ropes. We had to knock out the demons, well, ain't waste no time. I told the God when I need to confide. Clean by the blood, I ain't paying no dime. I'm choosing the king, the Lord of my life. This is that heritage, came from a covenant. He said he would carry my sins, got no hope, cause I will not marry. The devil back off my prayers and buried her. God gave his power, we got it.
With the season just getting underway, how much weight should we put on these early results, RJ?
Ooh, the early season does carry some importance for some clubs. I'd say teams on the younger side, or the teams that have reshaped rosters.
Orlando again missing, and MP has made his goal clear. He has his sights set on beating the top teams in the league because he knows to be the best, you have to beat the best.
Well, I really respect MP setting such a high bar, not just for himself, but for his team as well. It demonstrates leadership on his behalf, and this sort of approach can certainly draw a lot of attention to try to disprove MP and try to invalidate his ability. So it'll be interesting to see how he performs.
On the court for Orlando, On the wing, it'll be Bain and Wagner. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Bankero. And it's Suggs in at the point guard position. And MP adding more hardware last season. Grabbed his second ring in a great postseason, Grant.
You had a feeling that MP was going to get another title. Nothing comes easy in the NBA, especially in the postseason. MP and crew had to earn every win on their way to a second title.
And now let's check in with Allie to see what she has on MP for us. Take it away, Allie.
We know this team is coming off of their championship season led by MP, but he's not letting that coast over into this season. MP told me, quote, "It's a new season. We're not letting up. We are just as hungry for that next ring as we were for the first one." Guys, they are motivated.
Absolutely. They're hungry for seconds. All right, thanks. And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up. An opportunity at a three-point play. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
Magic trail by 20. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Defense got to roll the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Here's the floater. And it won't go. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now. Here's Alston. And a big-time jam. He slams it right over Vucevic. And Grant MP, one of the finest defenders in the NBA out there.
Yeah, last season, MP made the all-defense first team for the second time. His coaches told us MP got even better during the offseason, and I can't wait to see MP play.
Well, after the Magic traded away Dwight Howard back in 2012, seems like they spent about a decade in limbo, Grant.
That's so true, BA. And once they finally committed to building through the draft, the turnaround was pretty rapid, showing the upside of drafting and developing from the ground up.
Gets the trifecta.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the three.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Gordon, right side. Back to MP. Pass to Porter. From deep. Good. And the assist goes to MP. MP's got 4 assists in the game.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Richardson's checked in for Suggs. And a quick check now on the teams that led the league from the charity stripe a year ago. The Warriors, number 1.
Well, last year, they were tremendous at the line. A very fundamentally sound team shooting-wise.
Inside. Here's Vucevic.
Warriors on team. We got minutes, we have rotations. These elements, Greg, are very much in the works at this time of the season.
And I tell you, a hot streak from a role player might earn them a starting spot. And further success can really shake things up. Giving everyone a fair chance is key.
And MP tries to bring out his best when he's matched up against any of the league's top teams. You know.
We had from the bluff from the start. I'm back and I rose like a thief. I was hustling for money and chicks. I was down bad, I feared the beast. I don't sip no lean, but I've been moving pretty different, call it different.
And MP has made his goal clear. He has his sights set on beating the top teams in the league because he knows to be the best, you have to beat the best.
Well, I really respect MP setting such a high bar, not just for himself, but for his team as well. It demonstrates leadership on his behalf, and this sort of approach can certainly draw a lot of attention to try to disprove MP and try to invalidate his ability. So it'll be interesting to see how he performs.
So for Orlando right now, on the wing, it'll be Bain and Wagner. Paolo Banchero is out there with Nikola Vucevic. And it's Richardson in at the point. And MP adding more hardware last season. Grabbed his second ring in a great postseason, Grant.
You had a feeling that MP was going to get another title.
And MP tries to bring out his best when he's matched up against any of the league's top teams. You know, he has said it publicly, but he puts a lot of stock in games like this one.
And that's what makes this game so important. When you come out and let everyone know what you're thinking, you've got to back it up. MP's put some pressure on himself. We'll see how he handles it.
On the court for Orlando, Wagner is in the front court alongside Banchero. Desmond Bain out there with Richardson. And it's Vucevic in at the center, filling out the middle. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 prospect in his high school class, and he said, growing up, basketball was easy for me. It was like, say, going up an elevator. But after my injuries, it's like climbing the stairs. It's like I'm walking in my purpose through this. More than if everything had just been smooth. Guys?
Thank you, Allie. Back to Richardson. So, Legs, here we are at the very beginning of an NBA season. Were you a quick starter, or did you have to build up as the season went on?
Well, Kevin, I didn't have a choice. I always tried to come into training camp in the best shape of anybody in there. I wasn't going to run around too many guys, so I had to run away from them. I learned that early in my career. But, you know, sometimes you don't necessarily shoot the ball well out of the gate. That really was season by season.
Howard's checked in for Orlando. What a season it was for MP. Greg, a great playoff run, and now he'll forever be a two-time NBA champion.
And every title run is different. MP knows that now. But the way his team came together in the postseason was fantastic. A great season capped off with another ring for MP.
MGA, the second Defensive Player of the Year award for MP. And you look at the players who've done that multiple times, not a very long list.
And almost every player on that list is in the Hall of Fame. So MP is definitely burnishing his credentials as one of the all-time greats. Hard to believe he can have this kind of a flow. Unbelievable.
Here's Bain, still without a basket.
Block,
to the paint.
block. Nope.
And MP has made his goal clear. He has his sights set on beating the top teams in the league because he knows to be the best, you have to beat the best.
Well, I really respect MP setting such a high bar, not just for himself, but for his team as well. It demonstrates leadership on his behalf. And this sort of approach can certainly draw a lot of attention to try to disprove MP and try to invalidate his ability. So it'll be interesting to see how he performs.
So for Orlando right now, Banchero out there with Nikola Vucevic. Then it's Desmond Bain, and it's Howard in at the three. And MP adding more hardware last season. Grabbed his second ring in a great postseason, Grant.
You had a feeling that MP was going to get another title. Nothing comes easy in the NBA, especially in the postseason. MP and crew had to earn every win on their way to a second title.
Grant, hard to believe that NBA games are back. 3 seasons.
No matter what condition, I try to live with purpose, I can go make make a difference. I don't wanna die, was in my heart aches. Message to the heart made me feel this way.
This is coming from the heart, this coming from the soul. And I just love you, baby girl. I gotta let you know you're so incredible from head to toe.
And Embiid tries to bring out his best when he's matched up against any of the league's top teams. You know, he has said it publicly, but he puts a lot of stock in games like this one.
And that's what makes this game so important. When you come...
And MP has made his goal clear. He has his sights set on beating the top.
Hey.
Here's Bankero. And Embiid tries to bring out his best when he's matched up against any of the league's top teams. You know, he has said it publicly, but he puts a lot of stock in games like this one.
And that's what makes this game so important. When you come out and let everyone know what you're thinking, you've got to back it up. Embiid put some pressure on himself. We'll see how he handles it.
And so in the game for the Magic, Bankero out there with Howard. And it's Vucevic. Then there's Desmond Bain. And it's Richardson in at the point.
And MP has made his goal clear. He has his sights set on beating the top teams in the league because he knows to be the best, you have to beat the best.
Well, I really respect MP setting such a high bar, not just for himself, but for his team as well. It demonstrates leadership on his behalf, and this sort of approach can certainly draw a lot of attention to try to disprove MP and try to invalidate his ability. So it'll be interesting to see how he performs.
Setting the floor for the Magic. They've got Nikola Vucevic. Paolo Banchero is out there with Desmond Bain. And it's Richardson in at the point. An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam? Well, Grant, when the season is fresh, what are coaches looking for from their players?
You know, BA, they want to see execution on the game plan that's been set in practice. The X's and O's, can they bring it to life? I mean, that is what they're expecting.
Howard's shot is good.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Porter. 11 points in the game. From outside the arc, Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Austin's got his 7th assist here tonight. And Orlando has possession. 56 seconds left now in the first quarter. Richardson for 3.
Come back, we here thugging like we were red. Blood of the lamb and I'm feeling so fierce. Victoria, that's gonna change my shot. Face so strong,
There's a minute left in the first. And Embiid tries to bring out his best when he's matched up against any of the league's top teams. You know, he has said it publicly, but he puts a lot of stock in games like this one.
And that's what makes this game so important. When you come out and let everyone know what you're thinking, you've got to back it up. Embiid put some pressure on himself. We'll see how he handles it.
And so in the game for the Magic, Bankero out there with Howard. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Desmond Bain. And it's Vucevic in at the center, locking down the middle. And it's the Magic with the ball. Following the score by Golden State. The kick out to Bain. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, for him, this has been a quarter to forget. He is not helping them close the gap.
MP outside. Fires the three. And the Warriors, another three.
MP looking solid from there.
Here's Ben Carroll.
There you go.
Another miss by Orlando. Down the buzzer side. And the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. The Warriors on top, running away with it. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not... Stand, a lot of turnover in the summer.
Yeah, it takes a few weeks just to get used to seeing coaches and players in different spots around the league. And it'll take some time for those players and coaches to adjust as well.
Looking at his under now for the Warriors. Aaron Gordon is checking in for Sharp. Michael Porter comes in for Jalen Smith. And MP subbed in for Moses Moody. Michael Porter's out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Anthony Black. Then it's MP. And it's Pumpkin in at the two-guard spot. That's the Warriors' 5. Here's Suggs.
I like this move to the full court press, putting some extra pressure on the offense.
So for Orlando right now, we've got Franz Wagner. Suggs is out there with Najee Marshall. And it's Howard in at the 4 slot.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
At this early stage of the season, what do you think are the most important things for teams to focus on, Lex?
Well, I think familiarity with new teammates. So you're trying to find that rhythm and flow on both ends of the floor.
So in the game for the Magic, Richardson is out there with Suggs. Then there's Howard. Then it's Najee Marshall. And it's Wagner in at the 3. What a season it was for MP. Greg, a great playoff run, and now he'll forever be a 2-time NBA champion.
And every title run is different. MP knows that now.
The Magic have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter, setting the floor for the Magic. They've got Najee Marshall, Jalen Suggs out there with Wagner, and it's Howard in at the 4. Grant, this season seems to be off to a strong start. Teams have coming together pretty quickly.
You know, BA, what other choice is there? The competition is fierce in this league, so it's sink or swim right away the moment the season starts.
Musket, no good. Orlando has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Outside Richardson. On the wing, Suggs fires the 3. Oh, and that miss makes him 0 for 4. Not a great start. The drive by MP. Uses the glass to finish the layup. MP's got 4 points this quarter. And MP adding more hardware last season. Grabbed his second ring in a great postseason, Grant.
You had a feeling that MP was going to get another title. Nothing comes easy in the NBA, especially in the postseason. MP and crew had to earn every win on their way to a second title.
Porter's got 18 points in the game.
Smart play there by Porter. Working his way inside to find a reliable, close-range look.
Suggs outside. Fires for three. The Warriors pull it in.
It's just so hard to score in this league, especially when you're out of rhythm. You got to feel for him tonight.
Down low. Here's Mark. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Nice dime from the combo guard, Suggs. Excellent work setting up his teammate.
Pass to Porter. Here's the three. Oh, he can't miss. 8 for 8 after that shot.
I just love the ball move.
The Magic have gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense.
Come on.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Warriors.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And not only that, they're off to a pretty hot start shooting from outside. They seem locked in tonight.
And the Warriors making a change here. Richards is checked in. Then for Orlando, Banchero comes in for Marshall. And it's Bain in for Richardson. Banchero no good.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Well, granted, 6'10", 2.
Yo. Whoa. West side. Yeah. Double the price in a week. I got the gun in my sleeve. You know the chop on the roof. I got the chop on me.
And we've heard some coaches complaining about players getting away with traveling. Is that something, Greg, the league needs to clean up?
Well, it's inevitable that a few of those calls are going to be missed. But listen, you'd rather have that than officials whistling travel that didn't happen.
To stand in terms of emerging young stars, Banchero is very high on that list.
Well, he sure is, Devin, because he can create shots for himself and his teammates. And as we've already seen in his early years, this guy is at his best in the playoffs, and that's a trait you're always looking for.
Porter is out there with Gordon. Then it's Nick Richards. Then it's MP. And it's Puffkin in at the two-guard spot. That's the Warriors' 5. What a season it was for MP. Greg, a great playoff run, and now he'll forever be a two-time NBA champion.
And every title run is different. MP knows that now. But the way this team came together in the postseason was fantastic. A great season capped off with another ring for MP.
Bajemski, he's checked in for Golden State. And the Magic making a change here as well. Marshall's checked in. Banchero, right side. Suggs in the corner. And the clock.
Junior, call me RG, bro. Gotta be God.
I ain't even really know that was a lot of people in the Calvinistic world, they salute the homie Luther. You never really get exposed to, especially what you call justification, who he really was.
Grant, you played in the more physical era of the NBA. Now it seems like the league is trying to strike a balance there.
I think you're spot on, BA. There's been some back and forth, trying to keep the game free-flowing and physical. The league's trying for the best of both worlds.
We got Brandon Bajemski. Aaron Gordon is out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Nick Richards. And it's MP in at the point. So that's the group out there for Golden State. And MP adding more hardware last season. Grabbed his second ring in a great postseason, Grant.
You had a feeling that MP was going to get another title. Nothing comes easy in the NBA, especially in the postseason. MP and crew had to earn every win on their way to a second title.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Jamal Mosley is doing a tremendous job for the Magic, and the players gravitate to his approach. He said, quote, coaching is teaching, and you can't teach yelling and screaming and hollering. You teach with communication and positivity, because that's how I think a lot of these guys will actually register. Guys, back to you.
A new school approach. Thank you, Alex.
He gets to the line a lot. Banchero knows that and works on those shots at practice.
And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Warriors.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
And what about the collective effort so far from distance? Their shooters have been on point there.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now, just trying to close it out.
Now here's Marshall. Lets the three fly. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Suggs against MP. Back to Black. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Black's got his first 2 points of the night.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
And Suggs has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. And Carroll passes to Marshall. Suggs outside. From the high post. Porter pulls it in.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Well, it's hard to stop a 6'10 wing who can handle and play through contact. And the Magic have 2 of them, Greg.
Yeah, the numbers remarkably similar for Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. Banchero is stronger and more of a rebounder, but both of them are stars.
How about MP, Greg, earning his second first-team All-NBA selection last year?
And MP told us he really wants to make it there again. First-team All-NBA is the elite of the elite. An incredible honor for MP.
So for the Magic, Nikola Vucevic. He's coming in for Marshall. And Franz Wagner subbed in for Howard. Back to MP, to the paint. Gordon down low, working on Vucevic. Shot is good by Gordon. Gordon's got 11.
Yeah, nice touch from the big man. Gordon just burrowing himself into the paint and going to work.
And out of bounds, the Warriors will take it. Our 2K leaderboard, focusing on last year's three-point shooting leaders. MP, #1. Moses Moody, 4th.
It was fun watching both of these guys tear it up from downtown. It just seemed like any chance they got to take the deep ball, they took the shot without hesitation. I just love the confidence.
Now here's Podziemski. Hasn't got one to fall yet. Puts up a 3. He has. It's MP picking up the assist.
Oh, great recognition there by MP, getting it to the open man.
And the Magic shooting just 24% in this one. Not great. Banchero outside. Vucevic, screen on Porter. Here's Banchero. Drops one in from the wing. Banchero's got 5 points now this quarter.
At 6'10", Banchero possesses impressive mobility. Just excellent in screen rolls.
MP shot is good. Grant, it's going to be hard for MP to match his crowning achievements of last season. Winning the Finals MVP for the second time.
Well, you can count on one thing. If they do return to the Finals, MP will be ready to go. There isn't a player in the league that enjoys the big moments more than MP.
And it's good. 2 points.
You really can't give Banchero room anywhere. He will find a shot to take.
Good work there as it goes. MP's got 51.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Now here's Wagner. Banchero the screen. Wagner the pass to Banchero. Banchero missing again.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Podziemski. Back to MP. Now Black. Guarded by Banchero. 5 to shoot. Out to the wing. Takes a 3. Shot's good by Black. Black's got 5 now.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And the foul called on MP. So that'll be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one.
I like how he's upped his aggressiveness here, finding ways to get to the line in the second quarter. Getting themselves to the line this quarter is a good way to get their offense rolling.
And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Now Ben Carroll. And so it's MP making things happen for the Golden State Warriors. Did a couple from downtown this quarter. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far as it's been a dominant showing for Golden State.
Dominant performance from this offense. As a fan, you just have to admire it and see what they're doing.
Yeah, they're hitting the 3 major E's. Effective, efficient, and entertaining. I like the way you look at it.
Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule.
Take a look at Orlando.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's
He's not writing it out. He believers to give him a test so they clearly see if they're saved or not. But he's sending a warning to Christians against these heresies.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Here's Wagner. On the court for the Magic, Wagner and Van Carroll, the lethal front court pair. Suggs and Bain team up as the backcourt, and it's Vucevic in at the 5. Pass to Suggs, 4-3. The Warriors pull it in. Richards has got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Now Pajemski. MP, the pass to Richards. Here's Porter. Takes the 3. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Porter's got 24 points.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Vucevic's shot is off. MP with it, guarded by Vucevic. Here's Austin.